each athlete that we root for the most part, has some sort of downfall, some sort of issue, right? Let's not pretend Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, and others are the first golfers with controversy off the course. Let's call it Tiger Woods. Let's just call it for what it is. Tiger Woods, by far, has the biggest fan base of any pro athlete in sports, maybe history. He is golf. He is larger than golf, right? Tiger Woods is almost like a cult following where anytime he is playing, anytime he is in contention, you look at the ratings, you look at the following, you look at the course and where the crowd is. It is about Tiger Woods. Has Tiger Woods been a model citizen throughout his entire career? Has Tiger Woods done questionable things, questionable ethics, questionable actions? He absolutely has. Right, we all know what happened with his infidelity and his former wife. He's had prescription drug issues. He's fallen asleep at the wheel multiple times. He's had scary instances throughout his career. Does anyone stop loving Tiger Woods because he was cheating on his wife? Does anyone stop loving, is hating on Tiger Woods because of his prescription drug problems and struggles, we'll say? Sure, maybe a small minority, yes. But for the most part, Tiger's fandom, Tiger's following, you can make the argument, is even stronger now than it was a few years ago because we have seen the struggles of Tiger Woods. He almost, in those moments of his lowest, in rock bottom, has looked human. And that human connection, where Tiger Woods, for the most part, has been robot. When he was in the 2000s, 2000, let's say 2010, 2009-ish, where he was really at his peak, dominating, winning, he was a robot. There was he was never hammed up with the crowd. He wasn't really personable. It was hard to relate to Tiger Woods. In part because he was just focused, winning. Then all of a sudden you see some pitfalls. Then you see some controversy in his life and you realize, oh yeah, at the end of the day, he is just like you and me. He has his own struggles. And that public display, that almost public expose of his life almost made it even more easier to root for Tiger. And then when he makes his comeback and wins the Masters eventually in 2019, it was just like a coronation. It was, I think, emotional for a lot of Tiger fans out there. You can make the argument his greatest win ever. The ones fans remember the most because there was a long time where Tiger was counted and doubted and ruled out. I'll be honest, I was in that crowd. I didn't think Tiger would ever win a major again. But the fact that he got back on top after being so low for so long, I think made it easier to root for Tiger. And those struggles, I think, made him more relatable. So again, Tiger Woods has had his own issues. The pinnacle of golf, the face of golf, the guy of the golf world. Tiger Woods had his own problems, had his own moral, ethical struggles. So let's just not pretend and sit here and pretend, oh man, Phil Mickelson, bad guy for golf. He is the only bad guy that golf's ever seen. I can't believe he's taking money. Plenty of other athletes, plenty of other golfers have had their own struggles off the course, ethically, morally, legally. If you still root for Tiger, if you are still a Tiger fan, I don't see how you can root against Phil, how you can boo Phil. Again, I think there'll be a very small minority this week at Brookline that will actually boo Phil. We'll see at 147 when he tees off. I expect the crowds to be pro-Phil, loud, following. And honestly, again, if you were under a rock for, let's say, the last 8 months, if you just watched golf for the first time this year, have no idea about any of the live golf story, any of the backlash, any of the backstory, and you just watched today, I don't think you'd be able to tell a difference between Phil's following today versus, like, let's say last year. I think the crowd will be pro-Phil. I think they should be. So I'm curious your thoughts here. I'm pro-Phil. I'm not saying I support Phil supporting, some questionable background. I'm just saying I hold no ill will towards Phil. I'm going to root for him this weekend because I can't pretend, like, number one, I could be in his position and say, I'm good with the money. But also, two, I can't pretend like he's the only athlete that's had their own struggles off the course. I will cheer for Phil. I hope he does well.